Cheap canvas hack, just buy some big ol' canvas prints at Goodwill. Paint over them. And please observe my shirt. Hi folks, today I'm feeling some type of way, so I'm gonna paint. Okay. Okay, so I'm gonna paint this on camera today. Just a simple contemporary abstract piece or something of the sort. I don't know, I just like throwing paint at to make it pretty. The coolest life hack is that white wall paint is significantly cheaper than any white acrylic paint I have ever purchased in my life, so I'm using that. I asked the fellows what color I should make this painting, and they voted purple, so here we go. Except my cat keeps interfering, which is fine, but not that fine, so I had to move her a few times. Please note I am using a brush that is thick with 2 C's. Just makes it easier to blend all this together. And plenty of water helps too. So when I want to paint my go-to style, I do an interesting color in the center, and then I fade it out to black on the edges. On this one, I'm envisioning like a muted purple, like a sad skittle or something, I don't know. Here we are switching up the tone of the purple and doing a homemade dark indigo with apple barrel blue and red. So I can get this darker shade in betwixt this color and the black. There we go, that's a mean fade. I know my canvas has sort of a weird indent in it, but I was too tired and didn't know how to cope with it, so I just ignored it. 50% of the time when I ignore my problems, they do just go away. We'll see what happens. Alright, so I let that dry, and here we are in the daylight because it's the next day. I just googled cool looking purple color palettes on my phone, and I got this image, which you can't really see under my camera, but I will show you with paint. Here's some solo cups and a cat. Starting with the light red, this paint is fancy. Then I'm doing a bluish purple, a regular light purple, and a magenta. Here's my famous wall paint making an appearance to give me the colors I want. Then I'm using Floetrol, which is similar to what I do with pour paintings. In a pour painting, I would add silicone to this, but I do not want big pretty cells on this, so I'm just using Floetrol to thin out my colors a little so they come out of the cups. I am mixing it with a kitchen spoon, but I forgot that I need black paint as well, so I went back and did that. Check it out, now I'm outside. So here I am, outside, getting leaves and shit on my canvas and putting puppy pads under my work so my porch doesn't turn fun colors yet. Spoiler alert, I still painted my porch. Here I am whipping out my overused, muddy, painty dustpan that I'm going to dump all my colors into. As you can see, I have done this before. I'm well versed. You never know how these are going to turn out, so I just dumped all the colors into my dustpan aimlessly. Subscribe to my channel so I can afford a smaller dustpan one day, because I think that would help. This thing is massive. In my eyes, there's no wrong way to do this. No matter how the paint goes on, these colors will be popping against that fade. I also like to just flick paint at it because it gives me some cool polka dots. And then this is a part where I get frustrated and I start using my hands. Here I am, adding more swooshes and swoops and swirls. You can't hear it because I muted my audio, but my roosters are actually screaming in the background. For more information on them, check out my main channel, Mopufos. Was that a smooth plug? This canvas is actually pretty big, by the way. I had to position the camera super far away to capture it all. So I kind of like the painting as is. I don't even know if it needs anything else, but I'm still gonna add a bunch of shit because I feel obligated to at this point. Okay, so now my canvas is dry because I left it in the Arizona sun for about 8 seconds. So I'm gonna add a bunch of stuff to make it all cute. My go-to moves are touch up the colors, add polka dots, and add swirls. So right now, starting with the colors, I'm enhancing some pink spots and just following the little wavy patterns that they have. But then on this one, I was thinking, like, what if I add some cool drippy stuff everywhere? Like liquid-looking droplets. I love paintings that have a lot of motion in them, so this is taking a turn solely based off of my intrusive thoughts. I've never done this before, so I just crossed my fingers and hoped it would work out, mostly because there was just no going back. So I started praying and adding more colors to my drips. But we needed more of these, you gotta commit. Before anyone mentions it, I know I hold my paintbrush a little weird. But to be fair, I also don't know how to hold a pencil. I think these are super cute, and that magenta makes it pop. I didn't intend for this to come out so pink, but low-key, I'm kinda glad it did. And now the dots. I just like putting dots on most things I paint. I think they're cute. If you look at my work on Instagram or something, you'll see I generously add dots to everything. The paintbrush that I'm using for dots in specific has a cool tool on the back that is made for dotting, which comes in handy for people like me. But the painting needed like a DNA type of swoosh going through the middle. So I outlined that in pencil before committing to it in paint. I have a weird obsession with drawing these like black and white squiggle things that kind of look like candy canes. Kind of like the dots. I don't know, just my personal touch. To do this, I usually start with a basic black swoosh, and then I'll go in with some white paint and paint whatever I think will make it look like a spiral. Just like a general twisty pattern. You may have noticed that we are painting hunched over now on the carpet instead of at my fancy table. The boys have evicted me from my painting table so they could play D&D, so I am on the floor of my office and I can hear them chanting about wizards or some shit from the other room, but I did mute that audio for you. To make these spirals more intense, I often use like a white gel pen and a black archival ink pen. You'll see at the end how dramatic it looks. And guess what? It needed more dots. I just paint these in line with the flow of the paint and just follow the swirls with my little dots. And then my laptop died, but you know what? That's okay. This is our final result. Thanks for watching, and subscribe if you're into whatever this is.